Hello everyone, my name is Tara Khamis and I'll be modeling urban alloy tower parametrically using Grasshopper. So the tower is designed by the firm AMLGM and is located in New York City. It consists of horizontal and vertical pipes that intersect in the center. The vertical pipes are characterized by having cylindrical bottoms and a triangular top, and the skin is also covered with triangulation. So the first step is to construct a base point that will act as the center of the building. Then I use construct vector component to have better control on the direction and length of each line. So we have the horizontal and the vertical lines, which I joined into one curve. Then I used multi-pipe component to create a sub-D mass, which will be the general form, and the node size can control the smoothness of the edges. Then the sub-D is transformed into a mesh using mesh from sub-D component. To create the floor plates, the mesh is capped to have joined contour lines that would create solid surfaces, which were then extruded. So after creating the general mass and the floors, I started to play with the circular edges to create more of a deformed triangle, similar to the original renders as you can see here. So to achieve that, I used Weaverbird naked edges and extracted specific edges as I didn't want to deform the bottom of the vertical pipes. So after selecting the edges desired, I extracted the control polygon for each curve, rebuilt it, scaled it, and then rotated it. And to connect it with the existing mass, I deconstructed the current mesh and used those faces with the new vertices and constructed the new mesh from those. Used Catmull Clark to have a smoother finish. So moving on to the skin, I used Weaverbird picture frame to create the triangulation on the exterior, and then I gave it a thickness. We can also add a stripper to the Weaverbird picture frame, and it can create different patterns and different results. Then I introduced kangaroo. So I used the edges that we created as the anchor points, and then I used the pressure component to make the model inflate. And lastly, I wanted to experiment with merging smaller pipes with the original mass. So first I used a quad remesh to make the grid more square-like rather than a rectangle. Then I used the bounding box and culling the spaces where I want each pipe to go, and then used Weaverbird mesh window and Catmull Clark to merge the masses with the pipes. And the last thing that I have is this top view turntable. And thank you for listening, and feel free to ask any questions.